Hey everyone, my name is Christy. I wanted to share something with you that I'm super excited about. Let me preface this with I've never made a tutorial video before, so this is completely new to me, so don't judge. The reason I am super excited to share this with you is for years I've been trying to find a way to scrapbook on the go digitally. Um, do have the Project Life app, which I love, but it doesn't have it has some limitations and I'm not able to completely utilize my creativity. So I came across this app just the other day on a blog from Scrappineers. I'll post the link in the comments below. It's called the Affinity Photo app. It's extremely powerful. It's very similar to Photoshop in which it has layers. So if you scrapbook digitally on your computer, you'll pick it up pretty easily. But I wanted to just go over a few things with you and kind of start a scrap page with you so you can get an idea of what it's like. So this is what the app looks like when you first open it. And you'll see I have a couple of projects here that I have already started. If you see that girl kind of bowing down, I'm going to click on that. And that brings you up to a lot of different tutorials, lots of different ones. The one that I found the best for scrapbooking is the opening and saving in the upper left-hand corner. That was very helpful for me. Also the exporting one right underneath it. And right to the right of exporting, you'll see the iOS 11 drag and drop. Those three have been very helpful for scrapbooking. This is also a photo editing app, so there's a lot of things you can do with it, but I'm going to be specifically talking about the scrapbooking piece of it, the digital scrapbooking. So in order to open a file, you will touch the plus sign. And there's a lot of different ways to open up files. You can create a new document. A lot of it is for photo editing, such as the panorama and the stacks and the merge, HDR. But I'm going to import from a cloud. And if you touch that, you'll see that on the top. That's going to bring me to different clouds that I have. It will bring, if you see to the left, it's the Google Drive, Dropbox, my iCloud Drive, stuff on my iPad. So I'm going to first show you how to bring something in through Dropbox. So I'm going to click on my scrapping. And I figured it's almost Easter and I haven't even scrapped my kids' Easter from last year. So I'm going to bring in this template right here. Just to make things a little bit easier, I figured we'd start with a template. And I'm going to scrapbook last year's Easter, some egg coloring and stuff like that. So there you go. There's our template. Now, I wanted to just show you that, but I'm actually, if you click on the question mark all the way to the bottom right, that's going to show you all the different tools that we have. I'm not going to go through all of them, but if you go over to the right-hand side, the second one down is your Layer Studio. You're going to be using that a lot. And if you travel down that same row, you're going to see a little square, the Transform Studio. That is where you're going to size your images and your papers and your elements. That I use a lot as well. Now up at the top, you'll see this is called your persona, and you'll see the little photo, it says photo, and it's like the logo of the app, you're going to stay in that most of the time. Now the tools are going to change. If you click on any of those different personas, I'll do it right now. I'm going to click on the little lasso, which is your selecting persona, and you'll see all the tools, especially the ones to the left, mostly the ones to the left, are changing. So each persona is going to change your tools. We'll go to this one. Well, we cannot, I don't know why it's doing that, but anyway, so I just wanted to show you that. And then obviously on your left-hand side, when we're in the photo persona, we have the move tool and the view tool, crop tool, and you can go down the line. The ones that we're going to use the most are the view tool, which is the little hand, and the move tool, which is the little arrow. Okay, so now that I've showed you that, I'm going to actually go back to home, which is the little arrow all the way to the left, upper left. When you do that, it actually saves your progress and it saves your image. I already started it. So I'm going to actually go to put in some more photos. I'm going to go to photo 4 in my template, and I'm going to click on it. Right now, if you can see, I see how that little blue bar moves. Whatever tool you're on, the blue bar is going to kind of move. So the move tool is just going to, I can move that all over the place. I can make it big. I can make it small. Nothing is going to change in my photo with the move tool. So it's really handy if you want to kind of go up on something and focus in on it, or like when you're, writing your text. That is where you're gonna toggle between that and the move tool a lot. The move tool now is going to, if you click on something, you're gonna move it around. So if you look to the bottom right, those two little arrows right up above the question mark, those are my undo and redo tools. So I'm just going to undo so that that goes right back where it was before. But with my move to tool selected, I can just click on anything. Right now I'm on photo 8. And that's kind of where I usually click on that before I bring something in so that it kind of lands in the spot that I want it to. There's a few ways to bring things in. I usually use my iCloud. I do have a Mac, and I really find that using my iCloud is the easiest for me. But I know a lot of you are going to be bringing things in from Dropbox, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So if you go up to the persona and you see that little purple icon that's highlighted, to the left of that are 3 little dots, a circle with 3 dots. I'm going to click on that, and that's going to bring up another set of tools. Third one down says place. So I'm going to go to place, and I'm going to place from cloud. Now that brings me I'm right back in my Dropbox again. So I'm going to click on my Easter photos, and I'm just going to find a photo to bring in. Now this is the photo. It doesn't just appear for some reason. So I'm going to go to my transform tool, that little box I showed you on the left. I'm sorry, on the right. Down at the bottom, you'll see anchor. You'll see I'm kind of going through the different areas for my anchor. I like to go in the center. I find it's easier for me to move things that way for some reason. So I'm going to click off that, and that little toolbar will go back in. And you'll see here's the photo. Now, normally they don't come in this small. I'm not exactly sure why that's happening. But either way, I'm just gonna pull that over to photo 4.